Thai street food is some of the best in the world, but if it's your first time in Bangkok, the heat and the chaos can be a little bit overwhelming. But I have a secret shortcut for you: shopping mall food courts. So today, in this video, I'm going to try 7 of the best rated Bangkok shopping malls to find the very best food. From the $2 budget winners at Terminal 21 to the luxury indoor floating market at IconSiam, we're going to find the best dishes and see if these shopping mall food courts really are better than street food. So let's get eating. When you get to MQuartier, on the ground level, you're going to see a place called Gourmet Eats. There is food here, but this is not the place we're looking for. You want to find one of the escalators and come down to the basement level, and this is where you'll find the MQuartier food court. All right, I've made it in. Actually, this one is a little bit better than I thought. I thought this one was going to just be generic places, but there's actually places here which I recognize, which I've eaten at, and which have Michelin recommendations. They have their signs up saying Michelin 2018, 2020, 2021, whatever year they won the Michelin recommendations. Not Michelin stars, but that's a good thing. And this kind of goes to what I want to tell you in this video, that if you're a little bit tentative about trying street food for the first time, these are really good places to start, and you can try things that you can then go and try the legit version on the street. Anyway, there's plenty to choose from. I'm just gonna have a quick look around and decide what we're gonna get. I've got 2 dishes in front of me. I went for something I don't eat that often, but I did hear that the version here was pretty good. And it's a bit of not a unique dish in Thailand, but probably a unique dish to you visiting here. You wouldn't have seen anything like it. And that's called yentafo, a bright red or bright pink color. It looks a bit weird. It's not blood, don't worry. It's actually made with fermented red bean paste, and that's what gives it that vibrant color. But it's interesting, it's spicy, it's a little bit sweet, it can be a little bit sour, especially when you add the vinegar. But it's absolutely jam-packed with all sorts of things. Fried tofu cake, dried squid. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but it adds flavor, we'll see. You've got fish balls in there, you've got crispy wonton in there, you have those flat rice noodles in there that just turn pink with that red bean paste. It's a really interesting dish, so yeah, I thought I'd try it for you guys. And then the second dish is kuagai. This, look how good that looks for a start. This is one of my favorite dishes in the whole of Bangkok, and it's actually from a really famous place, somewhere I've eaten at, so it's going to be interesting to see, is it as good as that place? Let's start with this dish actually, because it's fried and we want to kind of eat it warm. I'm just gonna break the egg. Oh yes, look at that, gorgeous. So this again is flat rice noodles, but they're fried in oil, of course, and then you can have it with egg or without egg, but come on, if you're having a runny yolk poached egg on top, that's kind of what you want. You've got big chunks of juicy chicken in there. This is just a comfort dish, let's say that. Okay. It's crispy on the outside, and that's what I love. You can just see, if I can show you, how golden and crispy it is on the outside where it's fried in that pan. But the inside, the noodles are soft. It's rice noodles. They're made into like a little cake on the inside, like a patty. Those rice noodles are soft, so you get the texture difference there, and then you get the juicy chicken, pops of juicy chicken, flavorful juicy chicken. All works really, really well together. I was a little bit worried because, and you should go to this place, by the way. Actually, you should go to a place nearby, which is even better. It's on my food map, by the way, so you can get that by scanning this code. I have about 600 plus places all over Thailand for you to guarantee you're going to eat well. But they cook it on this huge fire, burning charcoal, and it's cooked in seconds. I was worried you weren't going to get the flavor of that, because that is unique, and it's not as good as the other one. The other one is a 10 out of 10 for me. It's one of my favorite dishes in Bangkok. But this is probably an 8 out of 10. It's nearly there. It's got that charred, smoky flavor. It's tasty. The egg gives it a richness. I'm sat in a shopping mall food court. I'm not complaining at this, that's for sure. Let's try these yentafo noodles. I love the color. I love interesting things. And this is interesting. You just don't see anything like this back home, right? Unless it's dessert. Oh, the noodles, I don't know if they're slightly overcooked. It's hard to pick them up, they break. Yeah, they're a bit overdone. But the flavor is good though. It's okay. It's fishy. Just a little bit sweet for me. I probably should have asked him. So Thailand, the central Thailand especially, so Bangkok, the natural flavor profile would be more towards the sweet side. And I forgot to say to him, I don't want sugar in it. So I kind of have to do that quite a lot in Thailand anyway, but definitely in Bangkok. Look, it's a good dish. It's just maybe a touch too sweet for me. For yen pho, it's okay. I would give it maybe a 7. It's just a standard bowl of noodles, I would say. There's nothing special about it, whereas the other dish, this is really, really delicious. So that is definitely recommended. There's a chicken rice place here, which is also famous, but I'm planning to eat chicken rice at another shopping centre, so I didn't get it. But that's probably one that I would get if I wasn't trying to get something interesting here. I said we put the money on the card. I've not spent everything, so you can go back to where you put the money on and they'll give you your money back, of course. So don't worry about that. You don't have to spend everything that you put on your card. So I'm going to do that, and then we're going to go to the next shopping mall, Terminal 21. That's a popular one. Let's see how good the food is there. All right, I made it. Just a short walk away is Terminal 21, one of the most popular shopping malls and shopping mall food courts in Bangkok, primarily because I think it's known as the cheapest. But does cheapest mean it has good food, or are people just coming for the price? I guess we're about to find out. Once you make your way up to Pier 21 on the 5th floor, you're going to want to get yourself a top-up card again, so find one of the cashier counters. If the first one is busy, a little tip is that there's a second one at the far end, which is usually much quieter. Once you've done this, you have a whole host of Thai street food to choose from. Sometimes I like to try this. It's masamang curry with roti. Very good, but I have 2 more recommendations for you. Whew, I've got the food, but 2 things to point out. One very noticeable. It is much, much, much busier than EmQuartier. I said this place was popular. Oh boy, both queuing for the food and queuing for a table. It took about 10 minutes just to find a blimming table. Anyway, I've got one now, and I've got 2 dishes. The other thing is it really is cheap. Like, the prices are like half the price, at least, of EmQuartier and what I know of the other places. So it definitely is the cheapest. Anyway, let me show you what I've got. I've got 3 things, but these came from the same place. So this is, well, you don't need to be a genius to work out that this is fried chicken. This is a bag of sticky rice. And this is really what I wanted to show you guys. It's Som Tum. It's a Thai salad, but it's the type with salted crab and fermented fish sauce. It's not the usual Som Tam Thai that you see. As a combo, as a 3, this is one of the most popular dishes in Thailand and something you absolutely must try. The Som Tam is, well, it's papaya salad. So shredded raw papaya, but you've also got chilies in there. You've got tomatoes, you've got that fermented fish sauce, you've got raw eggplant or aubergine, if you're British. You have the salted crab, you have lime juice in there, all sorts of things. Super fresh, super delicious, very, very Thai. The reason that I wanted to show you this one here is because this is the one dish, I love this dish, but it's the one dish where you probably want to think about, do you want to try it on the street? Because it is made with that fermented fish sauce and that salted crab. The one thing you can guarantee in here is that the fermented fish sauce is pasteurized. On the street, it's hit or miss. Not that that's a bad thing, just if you're visiting or your stomach isn't used to it, you can get some issues. But that really is a wider benefit of a place like this. It is cleaner, so your chance of getting food poisoning or getting sick is much lower for sure. It's a controlled environment. They have hygiene standards. Not that there's anything wrong with street food, but obviously the risk goes up. The other thing is, if we're talking about positives, is that it's you've got aircon for sure, so it's cooler, you're not in the 40-degree heat, and you have facilities like bathrooms, you have photos with English, so it's very easy to see what you're doing, but there are perks of being here. The things you lose is the atmosphere and the vibe, but also seeing your food being made. And I think that's one of the big benefits of street food, is that you see it made in front of you. You can catch glimpses, like when they were making the Som Tam, they pound it up in the pestle and mortar. I could see it a little bit, but it's not really the same. enough talking, let's try it. So I'm going to get a little bit of that Som Tum, a little bit of that grilled chicken or fried chicken. We should get some sticky rice as well. It usually comes in the bag. And when I say sticky rice, I mean sticky rice. Like, the consistency is very, very sticky, as you can see. Probably not like anything you've had or you're used to if you've not been to Asia before. And then we'll try that all together. It's good, you know. I mean, it's very hard to go wrong with papaya salad. It's such a good dish, though. It's so fresh, it's so crunchy. Because in Europe, we think of papaya as that orange fruit, which is tasty. But here it's young, and it's crunchy, and there's an acidity to it. You can have it with all sorts of other things, to be honest, the Som Tum. Even here, they have it with sour mango, and they have it with sweet corn. I think you can get it with cucumber here. Cucumber is also a good one. But it's hard to go wrong. Papaya is the standard one. That fermented fish sauce gives a savouriness, gives a saltiness. It cuts through it. It's not, you know, it's not dominating. Sometimes when it's not pasteurized, it can be dominating. But it's made for that fried chicken. It's such a good combination. It cuts through the greasiness of that chicken. But that chicken is cooked really well. As you can see, nice and moist, nice and juicy, not oily, delicious. Anyway, another dish that I got here for just 35 baht, under £1, about $1. I'm not going to say number one dish in Thailand, but it's definitely in the top 3 of most popular dishes, mango sticky rice. Now, I know what you're thinking. It is $1, but it's small. The thing that you notice here is the portions are small. That's kind of why it's cheap and how they make their money. But you have sticky rice on the bottom, which will be cooked in coconut milk. You have that sweet, juicy mango on top. And then you have some coconut sauce, coconut drizzle, coconut cream, basically, which has been sweetened over the top of it. Usually, you have toasted mung beans, like fried toasted mung beans, but not here. But it is mango sticky rice. It is Thailand. It is a synonymous dish. And I thought, why not try it here? I'm not going to lie, there's levels. There's levels of mango sticky rice. You have S tier, which is like above and beyond. But generally, you struggle to find a bad one because the mangoes are so good in Thailand. Just a fantastic dish. Delicious. Delicious mango. It's so sweet. I'm so blessed to have fruit like this in this country. I'm not going to say it takes me off my sweet tooth, because I still eat the junk. But it does make life a bit easier when you can turn to amazing mango, amazing pineapple, amazing watermelon, and all sorts of other tropical fruits. The bit I love is the cream. And the genius part about it is they put a little bit of salt in there. So you have the sweetness of the mango, the creaminess of the coconut, the richness of that sticky rice, and then you get this saltiness that they put in there. Harmony. All right, that was good, that. Enjoyed that. Same as the other place. Give the card back, you get your money back. Next up, that's 2 down, we've got 3 to go. Next up, I'm off to Siam Paragon. I'm going to walk because I'm eating a lot of food today. I don't know why you would go from this one to that one, but if you were, you just get the BTS from here, from Asok, and you take it to Siam, and you're at Siam Paragon. So yeah, let me head over and I'll show you that. All right, I was just walking past and I've come into a place called Plunchit Market, and I thought it would be a good idea to show you what a non-street food court market looks like. This is lunchtime, it's busy, there's lots of people around. It's a little bit chaotic, but it's a friendly atmosphere and it's a good atmosphere. One thing you will notice immediately is that everything is in Thai. The prices are still really good, 50 baht, 60 baht, 70 baht. This is the rice dish with, you can choose your cooked prepared dishes to go on top. So if you want 1, it's 50, if you want 2, it's 60, and if you want 3, it's 70. That's fairly easy to understand. And you have all sorts of different choices here. If this is a little bit intimidating, you don't need to worry, because what you can do is take your phone out and use Google Translate. You just hold the camera over it and it will translate that. We have stewed pork leg over rice. What you'll notice is they are the same dishes as what's in the street food court. The ones in the street food court, as we saw, are some of the famous places for this stuff. These are just generic ones, but still really good. And as you can see, still really popular. This guy's grilling bananas over charcoal. This is a really popular street food dish. I just love the energy here. They're all office workers. There's offices around here. It's very corporate. If you're going to want to find places like this or translate the menus, you're going to probably want mobile data. It's going to make your life so much easier. Let me tell you about today's sponsor, Saily. Saily have data packages from over 200 destinations around the world. Download their app, find the destination that you want, choose your data plan, download it on your phone, and then you're good to go to find places exactly like this and translate food exactly like this wherever you are in the world. And to get you started, use the code JoeyP to get 15% off your first eSIM. So thanks to Saily for sponsoring this video. Anyway, enough of this place and on to the next food court. I made it into Siam Paragon. What I love about this one, they always have a different display here, and it's always absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, you want to come in and go down the stairs to the ground level because that's where you'll find all of the food and the food court. And actually what I like about this one is, of course, you have the food court, which we're going to go to and see, but you also have all of this other food. You have restaurants down here. It really is like a, I'm not going to say foodie paradise because I still think street food takes that as the best experience you can have in Bangkok. But in terms of shopping mall food courts, this one for me might be the best. You also get lots of pop-ups, viral pop-ups, which, trust me, the queues get ridiculous. This is Bread Ahead. I actually noticed from London, it's in Borough Market. They make donuts. I don't know how long it will be here, but it will be a collaboration where they're here for a month or a couple of months. You get lots of this stuff. This one I remember from London. Salted caramel honeycomb donut. Looks amazing. The other thing they have is what they call a gourmet food pool rather than the gourmet food court. And that's something which again is temporary, it's pop-up. And they'll have different themes every couple of weeks. But I have my eye on the food court because that's the thing that's permanent here. And if you're coming, you're going to find it. This will be changing a lot. So I could show you something, you get excited for it, you come and it's gone. There are so many good things in here. This one is amazing. Crispy pork, one of my favorite things in Thailand. I kind of have my eye on another one in IconSiam, so I'm not going to show you this, but if you're here in this one and you fancy crispy pork, it looks so good. Just look how puffy and crispy that skin is. Crispy pork is all about the skin. That crispy crackling on top. Top stuff, this one. Top stuff. You can have it with noodles, you can have it with rice. Whatever you have it with, it's a winner. This is the one that I was thinking of showing you. It's chicken rice, which is a great dish here in Thailand. I'll show you it anyway. It's chicken rice. You have rice on the bottom and poached chicken on top. But the rice is cooked in chicken broth and, you have chicken fat stirred through it. And then the chicken is poached and very delicate. It's very nice. However, I just saw this. Here High. Now I know this place. It's a famous restaurant and it's new here. I haven't seen it before. It is crab fried rice. And sometimes you've just got to treat yourself, right? Not the cheapest, I must admit. I mean, it's lump crab, so what do you expect? It looks amazing. And I think it's Michelin-recommended. It doesn't say here. But definitely their restaurant itself is Michelin-recommended. So maybe we have to try this. I think we made a bit of an error. 30 minutes wait. 30 minutes wait for a little bit of fried rice and already cooked crab. Seems a bit excessive, and it's not even peak time, so maybe should have gone with the chicken rice after all. Anyway, we'll wait. And whilst we're waiting, I've got this. This is Northern Thai style sausage. A great thing here, actually. Normally, in northern Thailand, you see it cooked over charcoal street side, and you can smell it before you see it. However, in Siam Paragon, they actually do a pretty decent version, even though it's cooked inside on, an indoor grill. It's jam-packed with all sorts of aromatic things, galangal, lemongrass, chili, of course, the pork, a whole host of things, garlic, macroot lime leaves. It's a joy. And this one, the flavor. It doesn't have the smokiness that you get in, the street side versions. But it's pretty close. I would say it's 7.5 out of 10 compared to the 10 out of 10. You know, you get the idea of what it is, and then when you go to Chiang Mai, you can seek out the proper stuff. And then you chase it with the shreds of cabbage, freshens it up. That is a great snack, great little snack. 65 baht per 100 grams. So I got 100 grams just to show you guys. Here it is, exactly 30 minutes later. The fried rice and the lump crab meat on top. A little bit of cucumber, spring onion, a lime slice, fish sauce with chili, and what they call here seafood sauce, Namjim seafood. It looks fantastic. We saw the sticky rice earlier, but just look at the difference. You know, all the grains are separate. It falls apart as you move it around, but that crab meat, the size of that crab meat, it's the knuckle, basically, where the leg joins the body. But it's just absolutely jam-packed. Not the cheapest dish, 425 baht for the small portion. And for a small portion, I think, you know, it's not a bad portion, is it? But inevitably, this is now our big ticket item. So it better be good. I'm gonna get a little bit of lime juice on there, just because I want it to cut through that. And add a little more salt through that fish sauce and a little bit of spice with that chili. And then a little bit, tiny bit on the side, I can just mix it through as I go. Some of that seafood sauce. The smokiness, guys, the smokiness. You can see them on the wok through the window. Like a jet engine. The flames kicking up, the heat of that wok, and they're just tossing it and tossing it and tossing it. There's char on the outside of that rice, little black flecks. It comes through so strongly. I'm trying to think, you know, it tastes like wok fried rice, the wok hay on that. But it reminds me of when I was younger, having the Chinese takeaway, having the fried rice where, you know, they a really good one, that sort of like charred flavor. The crab meat is so good. Actually, wow, those sauces take it to the next level. Right, a little bit of salt and a little bit of acidity really does take it to the next level. Definitely the best thing we've eaten so far. Maybe dish of the day. It's going to be a tough one to beat, especially if you love seafood. Next up, I've come to MBK Center, and you know the drill by now. You come to the food court, you top up your card, and then you have a look around at each stall and decide what you fancy. Now, this place is called Food Legends by MBK. So as you would assume, again, it's legendary places, which is street food that they've brought in here and you can choose from. Let's see what they have. You get a lot of places like this where you have steamed rice on the bottom, and then you get to choose 1, 2, 3 dishes, and you pay obviously for what you get. But the food is already prepared, and then you just say, I want that one, that one, that one. And then they'll place it on the plate for you, and that's your lunch. I like that dish. I like that dish a lot. Got stewed pork leg rice. Again, another amazing dish. This looks really good, actually. And what I love about this is you just see the big cauldron of the pork leg rice just bubbling away. Always looks so appetizing. I think this one is a good one, actually. I think this is one of the more popular, famous places in here in MBK Center, so that's definitely an option. Got some Michelin-recommended ones, as you would expect in this place if they're food legends. This is beef noodles. This place is actually quite big, bigger than I expected. This one is kind of the same as before, but the option you have is with the fermented rice noodles, Kanamjin. You know, you just walk down, you have a look at what you want. No one hawks you, no one says, hey, buy this, buy this, buy this. They're just waiting for if you decide what to do. Now this one I've actually eaten at their stores over towards Chinatown. Radna Yacht Pack 40 years. It's an interesting dish because it may be a little too much for people. It's like a thick gravy with chicken and noodles and veg. Maybe I'll show you this because it's an underrated dish. It's a great dish, and I know the store is good for this place, so it'll be interesting to see. All right, so I've got the dish. Again, condiments on the side, I'm gonna have a little bit of fish sauce, just for the salt. Chili, of course. This dish loves chili, so chili flakes. And then some of this chili vinegar as well. So it's a rich dish, so I think you want a good hit of that. As you can see, it's gloopy. The first thing you want to do is mix all of this up. So these noodles actually went in dry and crispy, but as you get that gravy on them, they soften up. It really is thick. I'll let you describe it in other ways, but I'm gonna say thick. And then it's ready to eat. Looks appetizing, doesn't it? It's weird because this is absolutely one of those dishes that you look at and go, nah, not for me. But I think when you try it, you'll be surprised. Well, hopefully I'm about to be anyway. You need to get over the texture, right? Actually, when you have it, it's not actually thick and gloopy. It's just made thick with rice flour, I think, or tapioca starch. Probably rice flour, but there's nothing like gloopy and sticky in your mouth. It's just like a thick gravy. I mean, that is basically what it is. But it's not quite as good as the shop. You should definitely go to the actual restaurant itself, and that's where it really is good. But it is still tasty, it's still delicious. This shopping center is famous for its baked goods. Most people come in here to look at that anyway. If you want a snack, come in here. Try this, or try the stewed pork leg, or try both if there's a couple of you, because that's also good and worth trying as well. I'm going to do a hop, skip and a jump across the river and go to IconSiam, everyone's favorite shopping mall, with everyone's favorite shopping mall food court. Does it live up to that hype? Let's find out. Welcome to IconSiam. I said that Terminal 21 was popular because it was cheap. This place is probably the most popular place, and it's like the next level above with how many people there are here. It is busy. One of the reasons for it is it's just a wonderful shopping mall. Incredible, one of the best shopping malls I've ever been to. And downstairs on the basement level, you have this place. It's called SookSiam. It's the food court, but it's pretty. Half of it is set up like the floating market. You might have heard of Thailand's floating markets, and this is like an indoor version of that. But you have lights, you have gift shops, you have food everywhere, smells, steam rising. I said that the shopping malls didn't quite have the atmosphere. If anything else, this has prettiness and it has a little bit of atmosphere. There's live music playing as well. There's lots going on. There's a good energy to this place. Is it the best food? I don't know. Let's find out. Let me show you a few things. I don't know about you, but in Asia, dumplings. Absolutely love dumplings. And you see them being made here, just being steamed away, which is cool. You've got coconut pancakes. In here, you actually have shredded young coconut. The only thing I'd say about this place and this one is a lot of the food is pre-cooked and it just sits here. I mean, there's so many people in here, and what do you expect? Some of the stuff is meant to be like, this is meant to be cooked. You come along, you choose what you want, and this has got the mala, the Sichuan chili spicy sauce on top. But when there's so many people, this is kind of how you have to do it. So you lose a little bit of freshness. I've got to admit, this isn't really one, or these aren't really ones that I agree with, but I'll show you anyway. This one is called dancing shrimp. You have the live shrimp. You can see here, they get put in a pot with spices and chili and things like that. You shake it up. You open the top and they're like jumping out. That's why they're called dancing shrimp, and you eat them raw. This one, squid shot. Again, same thing, goes in a cup. And yeah, raw, you bite it and the ink goes everywhere. There is absolutely no chance you will ever see me trying that dish. But I'm not going to judge you if you want to try it. Maybe just a little bit. This is a find. This is one of my favorite dishes. It's at a street food market near where I live. It's called Tom Sep. Beef, slow-cooked brisket, bit of stomach, bit of beef tendon. You can see cooking away in the pot over there, so cook really slowly. Now, at the other one, I presume it's the same here. You get to choose the cuts yourself. They'll snip it up for you into a bowl, and then they'll put the broth in there, and then some condiments in there as well. Top dish. I don't think I'm going to try this one, but this is one of my go-tos, this stall here, just around the side. And you get this, This is fermented rice noodles. So it's made with fermented water, so they're a little bit sour. and you get them with these rich curries. So you have all different types. This is green curry with winter melon. This is chicken curry with eggplant, chicken curry with bamboo shoots, northern Thai Nam Ya style, all sorts of things. And they'll put that on top of the rice noodles, and then you'll dress it with the condiments, with bean sprouts, with like fermented cabbage and different herbs. Really, really tasty, really delicious. Not bad value for this place, because this place is a little bit more expensive. I'm not going to lie, that's something I didn't expect to see in the food court. Crocodile, a whole crocodile on a spit. And it's legit, like you can do it. And crocodile tail kebab. It's like a zoo. I just realised they have crocodile, they have ostrich, they have deer, and they have rabbit. What a place. All right, this is what happens, isn't it? You become a tourist. So I've got my crocodile skewer. I don't think I've ever had crocodile. I've eaten rabbit, I've eaten deer, I've not eaten ostrich. But yeah, crocodile. If you told me it was chicken, I would say okay. You know what it tastes like? In 7-Eleven in the supermarkets, you get the steamed chicken breast, which I've been having because I was going to say trying to lose weight. I have lost weight, I've lost 7 kilos. You get that, and it tastes like that. It's peppery, it's firmer than chicken, but it's basically chicken. Thought it was going to be like, look at me, I'm trying crocodile. Probably is just chicken, they've just fobbed me off for $100. Don't think I'll get it again. You can't come to Thailand without trying Thai tea. I keep saying this, you can't come to Thailand without trying. And yeah, we've got Thai tea here. Made proper, a little bit of tea in the bottom and then some pre-made, but all good. Condensed milk over the ice. And that tea goes in. Yes. There you go. Looks all right. Love a Thai tea. And updated news, I've just started drinking caffeine again for the first time in about 1.5 years, 2 years. So I get the luxury of trying this stuff again now. Thai tea is good. I'm not a big tea drinker despite being British, you know. Bit of a surprise there, right? But Thai tea is definitely something that I have time for. I've got my main dish. It is pad kapao with crispy pork. This is the #1 dish in Thailand for me. One of my favourite dishes, if not my favourite dish, and probably the most popular dish in Thailand, cooked by Thais or eaten by Thais, I would say. It's not pad Thai like you read online. So we have rice, and then you have the stir fry with the holy basil, chili, garlic, all sorts of things in there. A little bit of chili fish sauce on the side, so I'm going to pour that on top. I was craving crispy pork because I read online that there was a famous place here from the south of Thailand, a city called Trang. They're famous for their crispy pork down there, and when I was there, I tried it, and it is seriously, seriously good. In fact, busloads of people would come just to try that crispy pork. But it's not here. It must have only have been here for a short time. So all day I've been thinking, you know, try a little bit of the food, try a little bit of the food, get here and eat the crispy pork. So it's been on my mind, and I was quite disappointed not to find it. But there is other crispy pork here, and I saw this stall that did crispy pork pad kapao, which, as I say, is one of the top dishes in Thailand. And crispy pork pad kapao is a decent dish. So how's this one? You can tell it's good. Maybe you can hear when I'm eating it. The skin is still crispy, it's still crunchy, even though it's, you know, in this like wet sauce. And it holds together. The bad ones go a bit rubbery and a bit, you know, a bit soft. However, this dish is incredible. Incredible. One of my favorite dishes, as I say. You have to try this dish when you're in Thailand. Forget the pad Thai, try the pad kapao. When you leave Thailand, this will be the dish that you think about most and that you crave most. Maybe khao soi, the northern Thai coconut curry. But I think this will be the one. This shopping mall food court, is it the best? Maybe not for the food, maybe not the best food. Best atmosphere for sure. Is it worth seeing? Yeah, why not? But what I have to say, and I really mean this, there has been no dish today that has been better than the street food equivalent. And therefore, be brave, take a little risk, go out and eat the street food, because It's one of the pleasures of Thailand. It's one of the pleasures of travel. And it'll be one of the pleasures of your trip. Anyway, if you're new, subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. And before I go, I would just like to say thank you to all of my supporters on Patreon. If you'd like to find exclusive content, then you can find the information in the description. Take care.